All right, y'all wanted to hear about the Chicago car, man. This one's gonna be about the Chicago car. All right, so don't pick no sides. We ain't gonna do all that. This is Chicago side because we keep it real and we men. Let's ride. You know. All right, Unique Mecca audio, man. All right, so I'm here. I'm gonna tell you about the Chicago car. Y'all been asking me about the Chicago car for a minute, so I'm gonna go on and knock out the Chicago car. Some people say I say talk too fast, but I say you need to listen a little faster. You know what I mean? That way you keep up because this is a ride. This is a unique ride. This is where I want to take you for a ride. So can I take you for a ride? All right, you came to the channel for me to take you for a ride. Let me take you for a ride. Don't look to criticize how fast I talk, how slow I talk. Just keep up because this is what we do. All right. So I'm gonna take it back, like I'm in '88 and I'm talking in the cipher with the homies. You know what I mean? Y'all don't know what a cipher is. That's the 360 degrees where the homies get in the circle, one get in the middle, and we spit out mathematics. All right. So we're gonna do it like this. Now, I'm in Atwater. I'm chilling out in Atwater. You know what I mean? I'm chilling out in Atwater, and my man come there. One of the homies. So of course we chilling, and the Chicago cars there, and they doing their thing. They getting money. So if you black, everybody that's from the Detroit car, from Chicago car, Dirty South, North Carolina, D.C., Jersey, Boston, Connecticut. You know what I mean? California. All the blacks know everybody business like the Spanish know everybody business because we stay together because this is a small unit, even though it's broken down in a bunch of different what I call cars. You know what I mean? Which is groups, pockets, gangs, whatever you want to call it. Now, they in their little small pockets. So the Chicago car, they getting money. They're the black dudes on the compound getting money. So you watching them get money. All them getting new sneakers, new sweatsuits. They getting fly, the new, what they call them shits, the G-Shock. You know what I mean? You got a G-Shock, especially if you get a white G-Shock or a colored G-Shock in the joint, that's $500. No matter what it costs out here. $500 at least. If you want a G-Shock colored watch, the police bring that in, they get their little $5. Everybody know this, so ain't none of this telling, so just shut up and listen. Now, enjoy the story. Okay, hit that like button. All right, so now this is where we at. So when he come, to the compound, because a bus come, and this dude pop up there, and he's a big light-skinned dude, about 6'4". You know what I mean? He ain't huge, but he's big. You know what I mean? And he in good shape, shoulders broad, the little V shape. You could tell he been on the pull-up bar, working out. I mean, he was in good shape, real good shape, And it was a little black dude there that was running the Chicago car. He had the police or whoever was bringing in the stuff, however he was getting it in, whatever. He getting in the stuff, so he's feeding everybody. So everybody eat. Some dudes is not really with it, and some dudes is with it. And, you could tell that it was even pockets amongst, the Chicago car. We just thought that's where it was because some dude was a little bit more aggressive, more serious. Some was in the basketball, some was in the sports. So those broke off into three little pockets, serious sports and basketball. So, and the car's not really that big anyway because we out west, right? We in Atwater. Nah, my bag, man. That was Victorville. I should get crumbled out there. That was Victorville. We in Victorville, man. That's where we was at. We was in Victorville. And when the joint jumped off, it got real crazy. Because once he came, the pockets separated. And the more serious dudes went with this dude. The other dudes went here. So we all sitting back. We see this and we see the separation. We see the new dude coming. People rolling up on a new dude and things like that. So we know he got to be somebody and something got to be going on. So we got to have our eyes open. You understand what I'm saying? Our mouth shut. You understand what I'm saying? And our ears listening, to make sure ain't nothing happening behind you, near you. You ain't walking into nothing. So if you youngins want to have to live like this, go on and keep doing what you're doing, going to prison. They got plenty of room for you in the prison. That's why I tell you, don't get involved in it. So none of this is to brag, none of this is to boast. It's just to tell you what happened on the inside because y'all want to know. All right? So we're going to skip the other things. So dude's sitting there now, and the big dude, is showing that he has power, but he was real quiet. You know what I mean? He was real quiet, So now he turns around and couple of dudes came to me and, and a couple of other homies they knew from different cars or whatever, but were just really putting us down on what was going on. But they were just like, y'all, dude ain't really feeling dude. First, they wouldn't tell us what it was about. You know what I mean? We just said dude wasn't feeling dude. So, just, heads up in case something go off. You understand what I'm saying? So they not around, let them know, don't get caught up in what we doing. That's how men look out for men. So once he did that and pulled them off, separated the two fractions. So they got the two fraction going now, and dude turns around and everybody goes to the yard. Everybody goes outside to the yard. You understand what I'm saying? They go play basketball, do what they doing out in the yard, and they just having fun doing what they do. So while they doing what they do in the yard, they come back in, they take a shower, they go watch TV, and they break off in their pockets again, and everybody's watching this. You know what I mean? We see what's going on, but we ain't really tripping on it. So then now he turns around and dude comes back from the yard, the one that was getting money, and he got 5, 6 dudes with him, and they walking and they strutting and they doing their thing, and dude's sitting down, he's gritting, and you can see he furious. You know what I mean? You can see he furious. So now the next day come, and they get up, they break off in their little pockets again, because that's what they do. Everybody do that. So they waiting on breakfast. You can see it's still a little tension with the ones that's up. You see the more serious ones up, the basketball playing ones, and the other, having fun dudes, they sleep. You know what I mean? No disrespect to them, but they will sleep. But the more serious ones is up with dude, and you could tell something is going on. So later on that day, the big dude's sitting up against the wall, by himself. So behind him just like this, but he's sitting on the side. So he's sitting there, he knitting, he crocheting or doing something, keeping himself busy, some crocheting. Yeah, grown man crochet in the prison. So he's sitting there crocheting, chilling, and all the Chicago dudes went outside. So when they go outside, the dark-skinned dude that was getting the money, he had a call out. He went to the call out of medical. When he goes to the call out of medical, and he comes back from the call out in medical, the move is still on. So while the move is still on, he stop, talk to his peoples on the gate, and then he jets in the joint. So now he goes in the joint, and then they call a move. So I go in, but I noticed nobody else came in, from the Chicago car or anything. So we all up in there together now, and I'm upstairs and I'm watching dude downstairs knitting. I know something ain't right. I'm watching this. I know something ain't right, But I could see the friction and tension. The black dude kept walking by with an ice bucket in his hand. Garbage pail that we use an ice bucket, little plastic joint from in the office. But he walking around with that back and forth. And I see the big dude look up once in a while. He grit. And he look back down and finish doing his crochet, minding his goddamn, business. Now, he mind his business. And the black dude walking by now, I'm upstairs, and I see the black dude roll up on this big dude with a knife. It wasn't that big. He ran up with a little blicky. That's what we call a little blicky. He ran up on him with a little blicky and went to juking him. He got 2 good ones off. Dude pushed them off. They stand back and they squaring off, and dude got the knife, and he's trying to keep him back. You know what I mean? So now he goes and he lounges in. When he lounges in, dude grabs him by the hand, spins him around, grabs him, slams him on his shoulder. When he slammed him on his shoulder, he scurried over with a little dizzy, but he made it to the wall, and he's against the wall, and the big dude rolled up on him. Now you know what happened next. The big dude rolls up on him, right? He scovered in the corner, and he trying to, he covering his head. And the big dude gets over him, and he just get to, he's hitting him with some joints that you would think was body shots, but he was putting them in his face. He putting it in his face. I'm like, oh my God, I'm upstairs, and all I heard, listen, man, I'm all the way upstairs on the second tier. Got my headphones on, I'm listening to TV, and they all the way downstairs, and I could hear this man fist hitting his brother's face. Boom. Boom. I said, oh my God, he's gonna kill him. You know what I mean? I swore he was gonna kill him. He was hitting him with some joints that made me cringe. You know what I mean? It made me cringe. I've never in my life seen a man hit a man that hard. This big dude just stood over this dude that I'm talking about. He was, like he was just taking his time with it. He wasn't none of that. He was all timed. I said, oh man, he's gonna kill him. Then out of nowhere, they got the female CO that's working there. She nice little Jessica Rabbit shape, you know, with the little, you know, little waistline, got the big butt, but bigger than Jessica Rabbit. But, you know, she had the nice shape for a prison. So now, and she was light-skinned with a little ponytail, you know, Mexican chick, but looked black, you know. So she sees what's going on, so she runs over there and she hits the deuces. So when she hits the deuces on her waist, that's the little walkie-talkie go to the police. When she hit the deuces like that, you understand? When she hit them deuces, you understand? She reached up and pulled the mace out and went to spray it in the big dude's face. And he's still, I mean, he hitting him with some joints and she's spraying a whole can of mace in this man's face. He ain't feel none of that. He wanted this man so bad. So if you youngins think y'all, you know, ready for this, you let me know. And all this was because dude was hot. They was now allowing him to live there when he was hot because he was feeding, you know, the wolves, but some of the wolves wasn't happy. So I guess they all agreed when dude came that it was time for him to go. You know, he knew that big dude was gonna make a move on him, so that's why he pulled the knife first. So you youngins wanna go have to pull the knife on a big old red dude like I'm telling you, you know what I mean? That's hitting like his hands a sledgehammer. Keep breaking the law, keep going to jail, but just make sure before you do that, you cop that Book of Road Harlem, all right? And hit that like button, you know? But, you know, that's where it is, man, but that's prison. So that's why I tell y'all, don't get involved. It ain't worth it. You know what I mean? None of that is worth it, man. So don't say I didn't tell you. I ain't gonna be here all day telling you these stories today, because I just been chilling. You know what I mean? So just sit back, enjoy the ride, and know that it's time for us to just go relax. All right?
Mecca, what?
Hi guys, welcome to Climbing the Seas. We're located in Freeport. I'm Nora Kamal. I just wanted to introduce my partner, Amy.
Hi guys, how are you? And this is my sister-in-law, Diana, another partner. I just ask that you please come support our minority-owned business. We serve Asian fusion, Caribbean cuisine, and we have a beautiful restaurant located on the Nautical Mile in Freeport, New York. And we're asking that you come check us out and also make sure to tune in to Mecca Audio TV.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated